Let's go ahead and get started, everybody. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this meeting of the Temple Revitalization Corporation for December 21st, 2023. It is currently about 9 minutes after 2. Do we have anyone that signed up for public comments? No, we'll move right on to item 1, which is to consider the approval of the minutes from the October 19th, 2023 Temple Revitalization Corporation Board of Directors meeting. Anyone have any comments or changes to those minutes? If not, then I'll entertain a motion on that item.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion by Board Member Walker. We have a second by Board Member Long. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Item 1 passes 5 votes to 0. The next item is to consider consider authorizing a demolition contract for the removal of concrete slabs and miscellaneous debris at 421 East Avenue F with Yoko Excavating LLC of Belton in the estimated amount of $67,529. Ms. Smith.
Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. So the first item that you have before you all is the property, as you know, that TRC purchased a while back at 421 East Avenue F. This is former Juby warehouses that were there. We estimated the demolition cost at $100,000, and that funding was requested through the budget process. So Buford and his team worked with purchasing, and they opened the bids on November 30th. And overall, they received 10 total bids. The low bid was well under the $100,000 that was budgeted at $67,529 from Yoko Excavating. And so we would like to recommend approval of this proposal.
Thank you. Board, any questions for Ms. Smith?
It's a miracle to get something below what was budgeted.
And that's a lot of square feet. So, all right, if there's no further comment, Board, then I'll entertain a motion on item 2.
I'll move to approve the Yoko Excavating.
I'll second that motion.
Have a motion by Board Member Cookington, a second by Board Member Long. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Item 2 passes 5 votes to 0. Item 3 is to consider approval of the 2023 annual report.
Thank you. In accordance with your funding and operating agreement, it is required that annually you approve an annual report. So that's why we're bringing that for you here today. You do have a copy of the total, but there's just some excerpts from it. This hasn't changed from last time. You have a similar mission, same mission that we had before, to strategically acquire, hold, and convey property for the purpose of encouraging redevelopment and economic development in Temple. And then we have a total of 5 values that we go by. The accomplishments, I think we were able to accomplish quite a few things this year. So you all did approve some amended bylaws, as well as the council, as well as a property transfer agreement to convey 11 properties in the Ferguson Park Neighborhood Planning District and 7 properties in the Downtown Neighborhood Planning District. So a total of 18 properties through the property transfer agreement. The TRC was also approved to purchase 15 properties in the Downtown Neighborhood Planning District and 5 properties in Ferguson Park for a total of 20 properties that we hope that we will be able to utilize in the future for rehabilitation, restoration, and reconstruction. We brought forward initially the developer program guidelines to you in December of last year. We had some lessons learned, so we recommended some amendments that you all did approve. And so now we are operating under those amendments. In addition to that, we did conduct a request for qualifications to establish a list of approved developers. Once we made the changes to the developer program guidelines, we did reissue that, and now that's open, so people can apply at any time. We do have our Temple Revitalization Corporation website that we have up and running, and Nicole Barker in our office manages that, along with Jabari. And so, she just makes sure that everything's kept up to date. So if you ever look on there, all of the information is always up to date, thanks to Nicole. We issued our first request for proposal for a TRC-owned property. That's the MKT Depot, and I'm happy to inform you all that we received 3 total proposals. So we are going through that process right now. So really exciting to see that property that we bought just under 20 years ago hopefully come back to life and be a great economic development project in our community. We right now have just finalized the development plans for Village East at Ferguson Park. That's like generally the 9-acre property located in the southeast of Ferguson Park. So we've utilized some of the Love Where You Build housing plans. We've incorporated that into there, and just think this can really be a great initial project for Ferguson Park. And so once we have that done, I'll be developing the RFP, and then we'll be putting that out as well. The other property that the TRC owns is along General Bruce Drive. We're calling that Wildcat Plaza. It's directly adjacent to the roundabout that we have there on 31st Street, as well as Temple High School. So Wildcat Plaza is what we're naming it. The developer may name it something else, but we thought that was a great name. So I've been working with Covey Landscape Architects and Casper Patrick and Associates on that, and a couple little tweaks to do, but that should be ready to go out very soon as well. And then finally, you all approved the fiscal year 24 budget. Moving on, big thanks to Finance, Tracy's team, for helping put this together. So this is our end of year financials. You can see the total investments there for 2022 and 2023, the total assets as well. Just marry up with that. We have some information for you all on the liabilities and fund balance that the TRC has. This is all TRC. The next one over there, you can see how much was put in for capital land and how much the city of Temple contributed, which is the whole amount. The expenditures they have outlined in there as well. So total expenditures of just over $313,000 originally, but ultimately $433,400. So I think that's about it. Missy, did I miss anything that you want to highlight?
We're quoting the budgeted numbers. The actual expenditures were $378,000. And
Oh,
then
yes,
the
thank
transfers in from the general fund were $433,000, and you had a net increase to your fund balance of $55,118.
Thank you. And that's all we have for that. Happy to answer any questions y'all have.
Good, thank you, ma'am. Board members, any questions for Ms. Smith?
I'm curious about the 3 proposals. Were they local?
Yes, they're all local. Yes, they're all great proposals. Yeah.
Can we urge the developer to keep the name Wildcat Plaza?
We can definitely encourage it. I would say so. I hope they go with it.
Twist the arm.
Yeah.
Card.
Just to clarify, the proposals were for the Katy Depot.
No, I understand.
Okay,
This was
just making sure.
Yeah. Second.
Unrelated
We're talking
Yeah.
about 2 different things. Yeah,
Yeah.
just making sure.
But we
I'm
can
following
move-
you.
We can move Wildcat other places.
Yeah. It does work really well there. I think they came
Don't
up
listen
with a
to
great
Mike
design. And that's roughly a 2-acre site. So what we envision for that area is some retail spaces and a restaurant space. So pretty exciting to have that close to there. And then with some sidewalk connection, hopefully over to Temple High School. So people could safely walk from there as
To the
well.
Wildcat.
That's right, to the Wildcat. You can see it right there in the background.
Yes, you
It's
can.
perfect.
Anything else? All right, if there's nothing further, then I'll entertain a motion on item 3.
I'll make a motion.
Approve.
I'll second that motion.
Susan, you're all over it today.
I know.
We have a motion by Board Member Walker. We have a second by Board Member Long. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Item 3 passes 5 votes to 0. So now we will adjourn the meeting of the Temple Revitalization Corporation, and we'll call to order, we'll